Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Schleich Dinosaurs video here on Jurassic Collectibles. Tonight is one I am very excited about. This is the Dino Transporter, which is the final item that we need as a part of the Schleich Dinosaurs line that I have been reviewing. So you can see we have got this really cool 3 3/4 inch scale truck on the front, complete with a Triceratops in a kind of nest, and then a capture operative. You can see we've got the 2 figures down there. If you're wondering how I'm lifting this big box so lightly, I was too excited to get this open. I got this for Christmas, so I did open it, build it, and then I have subsequently taped the box back up just to bring you this review on it. So you can see on the top we get a look at the vehicle, and then on the back we get a look at some of the play features. So you get this really cool container, you get the ability to load it up, and then you get lots of different elements included in the set itself. And you can see we do have the volcano playset and also the helicopter as well. So this is a very cool playset. It retails for about £50 here in the UK. If you haven't seen some of my other Schleich dinosaur videos, I've stitched in a little bit of footage now. We have looked at the 4x4, which is a fantastic blue Jeep vehicle that you can use with your Jurassic World collection. We have looked at the constructor fence, which is a really great 3 3/4 inch scale enclosure fence set that you can use. You can get multiples of and build them out. And we have also looked at the Dino Command compound. Don't quite think it was called that, but you get the point. A massive paddock facility. And this is now the latest item that we are featuring on the channel. So I am very, very excited to share this with you all. So without any further ado, let's crack this open and take a closer look at this playset. Okay, so now we've got this set out of the packaging, and let's take a closer look at everything that's on offer. So we will start by taking a look at the 2 figures that come in this set, and we'll start with the human character. So as you can see, this is kind of what we've come to expect from Schleich's Dino line. You get that nice little Triceratops logo on there. Again, minimal articulation, but some decent sculpt detail. And a couple of cool accessories this time around. We do get a machete, as you can see there. And also this little dino tracker, which clips onto the figure's wrist. You can swivel it around and remove it. And it does fit on Owen's arm from the Mattel line, which is probably where I will keep it. So a cool figure, obviously really just cannon fodder more so than anything else, but still a decent inclusion. Has the dual leg movement and then individual arm movement, and that is it for the articulation. So that is the human figure. We then get a Triceratops, and as you can see, this Triceratops comes in a gorgeous yellow and blue colour scheme. Looking at that face in particular, there is a ton of detail packed in. Lots of sculpting for the horns. You can see some really sort of rugged cracks and other details. Lots of pebble skin for the body of the figure. Really a really fantastic amount of actual detail and depth in the sculpt here. You can see it's in a dynamic pose, so it's walking, it's got white nails, and it's a very cool looking rendition of the trike. I have to admit, Schleich do their sort of not statutory, what word do I want to use, guys? They're like static, that's what I want. They're static dinosaurs very well. So it is a cool figure with some cool detail. And then we do get a little nest for it, as you can see just here. We get this little piece of rock that we can then attach these vines to like so, and they sit on there very loosely. And this is designed to act as a dinosaur nest. So there's the simulation of lots of rocky outcroppings around it. And then the Triceratops can sort of sit in the middle a little bit like that. Just to give you a sense of scale, here's a 3 3/4 inch figure next to it, and you can see this is a solid piece of plastic, so very, very cool on that front. So those are sort of the 3 minor elements, and then the bit I was really excited for, especially for toy photography, is the actual capture truck itself. So as you can see, the capture truck has got a crane on top, and we then have got this cab bed that's got a sort of capture crate on the back of it, and I'm just gonna sort of adjust my position a little bit here so you can see that this is very sizable. Now the first thing to note is we do have suspension on this, much like the 4x4, and then we also have got a little storage compartment just under here where we can keep the included sort of stretcher. So the idea is this would go up underneath a dinosaur. You then have these 2 little connectors here that can just hook onto the crane and help to hoist that animal up into the air. So very, very cool feature there. And I think the storage is really ideal on this. It works really well. We then have got lots of details packed in throughout. So if we look at the front, you can see this really sort of rugged truck front to it. You've got the roll bar that you assemble, you've got the off-road lights, the mirrors, sort of the ventilation, the lights down here on the grille. It all looks really fantastic. I'm just seeing if we can get that to focus a little bit. Just there. So it really has got a ton of detail packed in. And you can see if we take a quick look inside, there is a little sat-nav screen just there. You've got lights on the back of the cab section, a steering wheel, more space in the interior, and also opening doors. So we can open the doors, we can take our human figure and very, very easily position him inside the cab of the vehicle. And this works very well for Jurassic World figures, something which I will show you a little bit later as well. You then have got the body of the truck, you've got little steps to climb up into it, that little water container, and then on the back you have got brake lights, you've got hazard strips, and also a little tow bar here for any other vehicles. So it all works really nicely. Now the big focus here is obviously the capture cage that's on the back. And this vehicle has a really cool function built in, where just here we have got this little ramp that comes out all the way and can then be settled down to offload the cage. So if we were to set up a scene like this, we can then detach the cage, reattach our little loading ramp, just there, and simulate the cage actually being offloaded very slowly, as if it's being slid down by people offloading it. So that is very cool. And with the cage off, you can see you've got the little interior compartment there. This just slides back up and in, and you have a decent little flatbed that may equally be a useful vehicle for different scenes, different play patterns. Still nice and chunky and works very well. So that is very cool. And then lastly, we have got the capture cage itself, quite sizable as you can see. Has this crane on top just here, which we can rotate round, we can make go down, we can pull back up. You can see just using the function there. And all in all, it's a very, very nice cage. To access the inside, we just attach these and then fold it open. We can take our trike, put it inside, and then seal it up, and it works very, very nicely. We then just angle it, slot it in place. It takes a little bit of work sometimes to slot it in properly. There we go. And our capture vehicle has got the trike and it's ready to go on the move. So all in all, this is a fantastic playset. It really builds on the rest of the Schleich dinosaur line really well. And crucially, as the thing I know so many of you will want to know, it works incredibly well with Jurassic World figures. I had so much fun getting this in hand and experimenting with different animals, seeing what could fit in the capture cage, what didn't quite fit into the capture cage, and I feel like this, combined with the rest of the Schleich assortment, offers a really, really cool play experience for people who want to recreate Isla Nublar. If you're a toy photographer, get some paint on this, weather it up a bit, and you will get some fantastic shots with this as well. So, if you've seen my other reviews on the Schleich line, if you're thinking about picking it up, definitely add this to the list. It's an awesome vehicle, it's got the same high quality feel that I think all of Schleich's products really strive towards, and it is just a ton of fun to have in hand. I seriously cannot wait for when the weather's a little bit drier here in the UK and I get the chance to get this outdoors and get some toy photos with it. With all of that said, that's my thoughts, but I'd love to know yours. Let me know what you think of this vehicle in the comments below, and as always, like, comment and subscribe, and until the next video, take care and have a great week.